This Azure motor replaces X13 style constant torque ECM motors, and this Azure motor replaces standard PSC technology motors. But both of them have something in common. It's this access port for the handheld programmer. Like many motors, this Azure motor has 5 speed taps. But what if you're doing temperature rise measurements and you can't quite get the right airflow with your 5 speeds? With this Azure motor, you can attach the handheld programmer and essentially give yourself approximately 80 speeds. And you can use the programmer while the motor is running and dial in the CFM to get your temperature rise perfect. With the power off, I've got the programmer attached to a 24-volt source, and the other end is plugged in to the Azure motor. We'll flip the power on to the unit. The programmer is going to display the amount of torque that the motor is currently applying on this particular speed tap. So right now it's at 36% of its maximum torque. If we were doing a temperature rise and we wanted to change the airflow, we can increase the airflow in 1% increments. I can do it kind of quickly here if I move like so. And let's say we want to go back down to 40. We can bring it back down. And then to lock it in, simply press the S1 button for about 3 seconds. The programmer will say, OK, the motor will shut off briefly and then come back on. And then to lock this in, we remove power to the unit. Now this tool can then be disconnected from the Azure motor and removed from the 24-volt source, and we're all done. Keep in mind that this tuning should be done with the blower door closed.